2-inch. Actually getting a fire to burn at all, so probably it would be gas or spirit fire at that point. Where one probably came when you're ready with a coal fire. You can't win it when you're compensating. You notice this one's got an extension tip and quite a long way around the arena in scale terms. It doesn't help that the driver sitting on the back there probably quite low to himself. And yet, is it complaining? No, it's perfectly happy chuntering along there. If that was a sort of internal combustion engine, it probably screamed its head off. But no, nice and quiet going around there, no trouble at all. A lot of the ones we have coming in today are that means half size. Yeah, I know. It's half the width, half the height, half the length, so it spills a quarter of the space. If you go the other way, if you scale up to like 16 inches to the foot, you end up with an absolutely enormous engine. It's amazing. Now you'll see that some of these little engines have got, appear to have 2 cylinders on them, and they're compound engines. The idea is that the high pressure steam goes into the smaller of the cylinders, gets expanded a bit, goes into the larger cylinder, gets expanded a bit more. But why not do it all expanded a bit more? But why not do it all at once? Well, steam, like any other gases, you expand it, it cools down. And you can end up with a situation where you start to get condensed water in the cylinder to the heat whatsoever. And so you do it in 2 stages. That means the 2 cylinders, strangely enough, are running at slightly different temperatures. These engines have exactly the same gearing as the full-size version. They're running to the same, well, so it's exactly the same as the full-size one, it's just rather small. You can see we've got engines representing various types of machines that we use in the road. Goes for heavy haulage, like the one with the trailer on the back of it with the dog. That's a load with that sort of stuff. For sort of thing that would be hauling loads around the countryside in the way that British road services did later on, and of course Pickfords and all the rest of them. By following agricultural style machines, sort of thing you'd use in the fields for driving or threshing machines or winnowers and all the rest of it, followed by a showman's engine. You'll see some full-size ones around here this afternoon. Showman's engines works extremely hard. The generator on the front is providing power for the rides, so usually on a showground you have 2 or 3 of these, perhaps 4, standing side by side, one manic individual running across the board from one to the other, trying to keep them all going. It won't be tied in if any of them stop, because if they stop, the road stopped and the fairground wasn't making any money. Followed by a engine there with 3 trailers on the back. That's the maximum amount you're allowed to tow on the road. Showmen allowed 3 trailers. They're the only people who are. Of course, if you're moving from one fairground to another, you've got rides to move, you've got coal carts to move, you've got living vans to move and all the rest of it, so it all goes down around a long train. It's still the case, you can still tow 3 trailers if you're a showman. And another showman's engine, they say they used to work very hard, they'd be driving the rides throughout the week. At the end of the week, they'd be helping to take the rides. A lot of them were crane engines, they have a 30-foot pole on the back. And in the range of so the winches is on the inside of the near side wheel. If you look as they go around, there's a winch in there. You take the pins out of the rear axle, you can then revolve the winch. And they were helping on and off, cars on and off the rides. And then they get hitched up to that 3 whacking grey wagons, and they be going from one showground to another, usually at night with, believe it or not, a hurricane lamp on the front to see where you're going. Can you imagine a filthy night going from one place to another, a hurricane lamp on the front? Well, how fast did they go? I did ask that to one of the old drivers. He said, well, it depended really on what time it was and how far it was to the next pub, which I suppose is a good enough answer. Got a steam wagon coming in. This is an overtype bus, it says. Well, overtype wagon, what does that mean? Well, it means that the engine is on top of the boiler in exactly the same way it is with a traction engine. The drive is taken down to the axle with a whacking brake chain. One of the drivers of the full-size engine has gone to Reynolds. He said, I need a new chain for my steam wagon, thinking that they were going to say no. Like they said, what size is it? How many links do you want? And he told them, oh, that's all right, so we have those in stock. So perhaps they were leftovers from the 80 days of steam. Toilet in the cab, and the advantage that the cab and the motorbike doesn't take up quite so much of the chassis space, that means you can get more load on. Another one of the half-size overtype wagons, Poland coming in. Beautiful bit of sign writing on here. Now, you would have thought that Coleman's Mustard would have been very pleased to sponsor this, wouldn't you? But no, they weren't having any of it because they never ever used to use road transport. They only ever used to use rail transport. So they weren't interested in the fact that they've done this beautiful bit of sign writing on this engine for them as it was. Engines, of course, made in various parts of the UK. Ameling and Porter were the people, if you were going to go for a roll, they sort of made more engines than anybody else. And they actually, it was Ameling and Porter that started off the idea of steam ploughing. The engine is coming in, looks at the front wheels a step back a bit. That's because it's a Powell, a model of Powell motor. They only made about 30 engines. If you look at this on the motorbook and on the full-size motor, it will say something like number 86. And you go, hang on, they only made 30 engines. How on earth this is number 86? Well, everything was serially built, so the thing like straw plough or whatever, so that's why the numbers are a bit odd. There were some rather odd designs floating around. There's one at Garrett's which is called the Joker, which is built, I mean, you think it was built back to front, it looks as though it's made by a drunken Irishman after a very heavy night, but this one is from Burrell. And vertical boiler in the front there with steering wheel beside the driver. One of the things that's happened over the years, people have got larger. And some of the Paul Warby who had that pickup truck in here, they got a chassis and a remains of a steam wagon which they rebuilt, but they had to move the seat back quite a bit from where the original holes were because people nowadays are larger. You couldn't get behind the wheel. It's quite interesting. People are a lot smaller back in the day. Little articulated oversight wagon here. But I know one of the half-size agricultural engines. Of course they have rubber tyres on them nowadays. Of course in the old days it was what they call waterbound roads, which is basically gravel, rolled gravel. You start off with quite large blocks as they were at the bottom, and you gradually work your way to finer gravel at the top. Worked out by Captain John Anderson, who built about 60 miles of road, built bridges within the army and was blind. How on earth did that happen? I have no idea, but he managed to do it. And the roadway should be built a foot higher than the surrounding countryside, which is why they're called highways. Oh, there you go. So, in those days, engines would have iron wheels and it's a softer ride on gravel, not too much of a problem. When you come to metal roads, concrete or tarmac, it's a bit of a rough ride. So a lot of the engines you'll see got rubber tyres on the rear wheels, makes the ride a bit more comfortable, makes the engine very slightly faster as well if you think about it. No clutches on steam, but there is, if you go to the United States, the case steam engines tend to have a clutch, but that's mounted on the inside of the rim of the flywheel, so it's not taking control. Normally, if you have a bit of a sort of clutch on a steam engine that rips the thing to pieces, you wouldn't get very far at all. So he also said that the roadway should be built a foot higher than the surrounding countryside, which is why they're called highways. Oh, there you go. So In those days, engines would have iron wheels and it's a bit softer ride on gravel, not too much of a problem. When you come to metal roads, concrete or tarmac, it's a bit of a rough ride. So a lot of the engines you'll see have got rubber tyres on the rear wheels. Makes the ride a bit more comfortable. Makes the engine very slightly faster as well. No clutches on steel. Well, there is, if you go to the United States, the occasional steam engines tend to have a clutch, but that's mounted on the inside of the rim of the flywheel, so it's got plenty of throw. Normally, if you had a sort of clutch on a steam engine, you'll rip the thing to pieces, you wouldn't get very far at all. So you have to stop to change gear from at all. And the power is absolutely amazing. Compound machine coming in here at the moment. There's also okay, gents, would you like to get on the whistle chains and we'll have a little bit of noise going on. Those of you with sensitive disposition, put your ear, oh yes, hide somewhere. Okay, ready? In 3, 2, 1. If the surrounding countryside didn't know there was a rally going on, they do now. We may even do that with... We had one doing that at Old Warden. Putting sacks over it. They were hitting it with hammers. They were feeding it to shut up. Is it genuinely stuck? This is all Turvey wagon going past here. Masco's made 6. Well, if you're going to build a steam engine, the idea is that you make one and a spare. What you do is self-spare. Masco's made 6 and one of them was done up as a steam coach system up on it, and it was represented on the Motorworks brass band. It used to be on the radio years ago, and they made this thing up. That's right, the steam wagon.
Oh yeah?
So half-size engines mainly. Very powerful. There is this hedge has been pulled out, full-size hedge disappeared behind a bungalow where the engine couldn't go. The job's alright.
Aaron, I'm coming out the entrance now.
Half-size on that, so we've got that as well. for a problem, it's a better problem, is to make up this power. Because the power is ignored, it's not going to generate, it's already there, half a ton full. You got a problem? You might have. I can't say it's a clutch dog, but that's not one. All right. Yeah, okay. They're going to get towed. Now what happens is the injector gets stuck on, obviously he puts in that cold water in the boiler, and it's seal. Do you know how many units pushing that along? I don't think you realise the full size railway train. On level track, if you get it started, you get started, one person will keep pushing everything down, which is quite Okay, so that's the main thing. Guys, we're doing it then.